Dear Mr. Trump, some people have compared you to Hitler. Now, that's ridiculous and that's patently absurd. You're taller, you shave regularly, and to my knowledge, you don't speak German. And I don't know that you've ever expressed a desire to take a road trip to Poland in a tank or a garbage truck. You would be my first choice for president if I were an American or an illegal immigrant who somehow circumvented the process. Now, some people may say not possible, but you have pointed out to us that the Democratic Party machinery is a treacherous, treasonous nest of vipers. So anything's possible. I mean, even storming of the Capitol is possible. Although, if you are on the presidential podium, you will not tolerate such an attack on democracy, of course. Now, my choice is not just an emotional response to your silky oratory, mesmerizing as it is. Like most of your followers, are very carefully considered your utterances and your track record. And here are my reasons for my unwavering support of you. Number one, your skills in international diplomacy are unequaled. I have no doubt that, as you said, you would stop that Ukraine war, that Russian special operation, in a day, with a little help from your friends like Vladimir and Kim Jong. Incidentally, both those gentlemen, I believe, have been unfairly overlooked for nomination for the Nobel Peace Prize. I think the Middle East would probably take a little longer, a couple of days, a week, but that's fine. That's a shorter time than our ANC government used to take to have a meeting in order to set up further meetings. Number two, your undisputed leadership. I remember your show, The Apprentice, and your immortal phrase, "You're fired." And I see that you've continued the trend because your turnover of your A team when you were president seems to have been the highest of all recent presidents. But hey, who doesn't like a tough, butt-kicking leader? Apart, of course, from those whose butts are being kicked. Number three, your attention to detail. Were it not for you, the world would never have known of the macabre, or you Americans say macabre, dietary preferences of illegal immigrants. Cats, dogs, probably little rodents and other little domestic animals. And again, you alerted us to the fact that illegal immigrants have been slitting people's throats at midnight. You know, one can picture the guys lurking in an alleyway, eye on the watch. It's 12. Let me slit a throat or two. I'm so glad that we have your eagle eye and your ear to the ground, the other ear. Number four, your muscular use of language. There's no flowery politician speak from you. A whack job is a whack job. The next thing is your common touch. I mean, who can forget your riding in a garbage truck, so pregnant with symbolism? Now, a friend of mine annoyed me because he showed me a picture of you getting into the truck and then getting out of the truck. And he said, garbage in, garbage out. I was really outraged, and I quoted some of your finest and called him a loony, lefty, communist nutter. The next thing is your coolness under fire. Now, when the Capitol was stormed, a lesser leader would have run around screaming, "Oh no," you sat there and watched it on TV and probably had a Bud Light or two and I hope a packet of peanuts as well. I know there were malicious rumors about your grabbing steering wheels and throwing crockery against the wall. That's probably put out by the same lefty loonies. Horrible people. Now, I've got to say this. Should there ever be, God forbid, a nuclear confrontation, which hand would we want hovering over the trigger other than your steady, strong, firm, crockery throwing hand? Well, sir, in these last, now that it's the 11th hour, I hope that my support helps. And I expect no payment, maybe a White House visit and other small stuff, visa, accommodation, travel, that sort of stuff. God bless America. For more straightforward comment, read my blog, The Scuffle Continues. My books are on Amazon Kindle. Richard J. Mann. Have a splendid day.